Hello, everybody, and I'm here to say, if you are a kid, stay the fuck away. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tennis Ace. I'm your host, Will, and this is... I fucking swear to God. I'm gonna start saying your names for you, instead of letting you say your own name, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, do that, host. You're supposed to put all the energy into this.
Okay, so we're here with Pikamain and furry.
I grew up
Now,
with
who
the
is
caramel
who?
dancing.
You grew up with caramel dancing? Oh dear.
I grew
Now,
up
who is
with
who?
it, and it's Swedish. So of course.
Wait, it's Swedish?
Caramel dancing.
Oh.
God,
That's
Swedish
new
God,
Or at least-
information.
Or at least the song is in Swedish.
Ah.
Whoever
Dance
edits
time
this
was-
video, can you put like a time lapse or whatever of what is going on in this voice chat for like the next 5 minutes? Because they will talk about the Swedish video thing.
No, because the conversation ends now.
I wanted to plug my YouTube channel while you all were talking.
No.
And
That's
plug my
for the
channel.
outro! Again!
And if you want to see more
Shut
of this
up!
stuff, make sure to
Shut
check out my channel.
up!
This is not
Video!
again.
Now! Anyway! Jesus Christ. Last
gonna be 10
episode,
episodes.
nothing happened because we spent 20 minutes talking about fuck all. This episode, who the fuck knows? Anyway, moving on before we start going on a 10-minute tangent.
What about
We're gonna be 10 minutes episode or 10 episodes and before we get to my characters.
I'd be very shocked if we did, because your character appears if we start reading and continue reading one line each 10 seconds. The next minute.
Okay, dude.
That's a lie,
I'm mad.
actually. The next, like, 5. Anyway.
Well, I'm sorry, host. Please let us out of the basement.
I will if you read your line.
Okay, dude. Calm down. Okay, ready, y'all? I can't either. Wait, why are you asking me that? Just check your phone.
I left it in my bag.
You're so unprepared.
Yep.
I put my phone out of my pocket and look at the time.
I definitely did not try to steal your line.
Oh, it's already past 11 a.m. 11:35? She almost shoots up.
Shit, I'm late. I'm supposed to be helping with the new team members.
Sorry, I held you up here for so long. She gets up quickly, dusting his clothes off.
Is there any dirt on my back?
No, it's fine. They clean the rooftop every day, you know?
Doesn't change the fact we were lying around on the floor.
If this was going to be such a problem, then why did you do it in the first place?
It didn't feel like a problem at the time. I'll chalk it up to a lack of foresight. And now, come on. I'm sure you have better things to do than fall asleep on a school rooftop. Even if you end up skipping practice. Here, let me help you.
She leans down towards me, offering me a hand. Seeing the blue sky shining brightly behind him and the gentle breeze ruffling his fur. For some reason, I can't get myself blushing. Without really knowing why, I decide to look away in an attempt to hide. Like a kid that got caught doing something bad. I don't need help, I'm not a baby.
Not saying you are, but what's wrong with me trying to do something nice for a friend? I just want to help you. I would like to say something about the CG that I always have to say the moment that I see the CG.
Oh my god.
There are two things that I like more of the past CG. One, Shoichi was actually looking at the camera, so it felt like he was actually looking at Yuichi, which felt like he was actually looking at us. This time with this CG, it looks like he's looking at our penis.
Yeah, I was about to say it. It looks like he's staring at our crotch.
What are you saying right now?
Here, let me just hold it for you. Anyway,
Luigi is sitting.
Let me hold it for you.
I know that Yuichi is sitting, so it makes sense that that he'd be looking down. But we're Yuichi, so this makes it feel like this is Yuichi point of view, which makes it look like he's currently looking at our dick.
Your dick and balls look heavy.
Shut
Here, let me hold
Like,
them.
all she are fucking dumbasses.
What? And the perspective, like, sorry. Second of all, the expression. I liked the old expression a lot more.
He looked like a log.
What the fuck do you mean he looked like a log?
He looks so yeah.
On this one or the last or the old
No,
one?
the last one, the old one. He looks so ass.
I'm not saying that he didn't. I like that this one is more realistic. It has a lot more detail. Looks very nice. However,
Yeah.
expression and point of view are not correct for me.
Viewers of the Wheels channel, do not let Will cook again. Please.
What the fuck are you talking
What?
about?
Stop watching his videos.
What?
I might be joking.
Just a little bit.
Maybe. Despite my protests, I still grab hold of his hand, being pulled up to my feet as if I weighed nothing. Actually, Shuichi overdoes it entirely, yanking me off the ground like some kind of ragdoll and sending me crashing into him. My face lands square on his shoulder. It never ceases to amaze me how deceptively strong he is. I mean, he already looks strong, but he's still much stronger than he looks. If that makes any sense. Ow! Jeez, you're way too strong. Try to rein in a little, you're gonna end up throwing me off the building.
Sorry. You have so much fluff that you look much stockier than you actually are.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's a compliment. I'm saying you're lighter than you look.
Is he saying that he looks like a twink?
What the fuck does that mean?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know the CGs.
He doesn't
That's-
know.
What am I? What? What
I
am I
don't
missing
know.
here, besties?
I don't know.
Okay,
Clueless.
moving on.
These two are clueless. They don't know any better. Just as I'm pulling away from him, a particularly strong gust of wind blows against us, rustling my fur violently.
It's so windy up here. How do you manage to stay here for so long?
It's not usually this windy out here, you know? Plus, you're making for a pretty good windshield right now with how big you are. Although I decide against mentioning that part. My pocket starts vibrating with force. I already have an idea who might be calling, so I choose to ignore it. Shuichi, though, has completely stopped. His eyes are glued to my pants pocket.
Aren't you going to get that?
Nope.
It's in bad taste to ignore a call, you know.
Spare me the lecture. I have a pretty good idea of who it is, and this will be a conversation I'd rather avoid. Shuichi gives me a bemused and in one fast movement shoves a hand down my pocket, pickpocketing my phone. Hey, give that back!
Hello! Could this be Yuichi's secret girlfriend? Saya-chan.
Oh, here comes the development I didn't want to see occurring. The changes to his expression are already enough to tell me that I'm busted. And screwed. But I still feel walk away from the situation.
Yuichi, I don't think he wants stealth right now. I think he wants speed. You have a match! You told me you were taking the day off!
Crap. I am! Without consent. Shuichi starts rubbing his forehead.
Yes, Saya-chan. Sure, I'll bring him.
No. Shuichi hangs up the phone and looks at me with a grumpy expression.
I don't appreciate being lied to.
I don't have to narrate my every waking moment to you, do I?
Well, no, but you have to go to practice.
Why?
It's your responsibility.
Again. Why?
Because you're the vice captain, for crying out loud! And this is not up for debate.
She grabs me by my shirt collar and starts dragging me. What? I'll go. You don't have to drag me. Shoichi.
And then he gets sent to the dungeon. Anyway. Saya-chan, we're here.
Who is Saya again?
Who the fuck do you... What do you mean? A woman in my gay furry visual novel? Who is that? Sorry.
Who is Saya? Why is it not Sayu? My... Okay, I don't know. Who does Saya again?
Shut up.
I have to do Saya.
I'm going to hit you with a bat. Yes.
Fuck.
You disrespected the woman. You disrespected the woman. You become the woman.
I never said that I disrespected her. But I...
We'll be right back after these messages.
Shut up, Pikamain.
Saya stamps her way over to us, nearly knocking down some students that were unlucky enough to be in her path. If this were some kind of manga, I'm 100% sure she'd have smoke coming out of ears.
Mango. Anyway.
Maybe I should.
Brody, you don't need to if you don't want to. Pikamain already offered. Oh, never mind. The moment that you offered, I realized that you were going to do a shitty joke voice, and we do not want one of our main characters to have a shitty joke voice.
You!
Do you?
Soul.
Don't tell me you still remember the owl from...
I still remember the fucking owl!
What's the matter, doll?
Shut up! Anyway... Read the line, please.
I can't do woman, I can only do men.
Well, that's gay.
I'm going to kick you from the call.
Oh no.
But I already have June, and if I have two high voices, my throat is actually going to kill me.
Jesus fuck, you're fucking... you're pussies.
I can do...
You! Asshole!
So I can just be a trans icon, it's fine.
Then drag to the corner. What's with people always grabbing me by my shirt? I have art. Grab those. They don't cost money and there is no risk of ripping them. There is no way I'm running away again. Wait, Saya-chan. I promise I'm not gonna try to escape. Please stop pulling on my shirt. Sam Mizoguchi, one of my dear childhood friends, is the current captain of our school's tennis club. Unfortunately for me, she's incredibly brash and hot-headed. Even though she looks so innocent and tries to act cute, she's a monster whenever she gets angry. And considering how easy she is to anger, one could say that she lives in a state of constant rage. Standing at 176 centimeters, she's also one of the tallest girls in school, which I find slightly unsettling. Can you cut this, because I have to make a call?
Cut this? What?
Yes, but maybe next time don't ask to do that right after ending your sentence so that I can cut better. Okay, Pikamain, while Brody is on a call, I might add this or I won't. You have a singular chance.
There's no way you're running away again. I don't know.
That is better than the voice that you tried to give her before. So progress, I think.
Honestly, I don't like it. I like the one I gave her first.
Shut up.
God. Okay. Okay, where
I'm also gonna have a very rough time with the name.
God, it's not that bad.
The only one that you can spell is the R, but like Urushihara is the only one that has R's in his name, so
Urushihara.
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 Almost.
And also one of those H's turned into an R.
Urushihara.
Rar.
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 Standing at
Anyway.
176 centimeters, she's also one of the tallest girls in school, which I find slightly unsettling.
Mizuguchi-senpai, I'd like to remind you that our new members are watching this little display here.
Pat turns around to look at the source of that voice, her nostrils flared and her brows furrowed. Not to mention that huge vein that's pulsing on her forehead. The one addressing her is Keisuke Urushihara, one of our juniors. Despite his age, he's by far the most responsible member of the team and is constantly counseling Saya and I. Sometimes it feels like he is the one pulling the strings here instead of us seniors. Not 30 seconds after popping up to speak his mind, Kei-kun has already left to busy himself with something else. Somehow, it seems that his interference, however brief, was enough to bring her back to her senses. Saya clears her throat and straightens her clothes, turning around to look at Shoichi. He still maintains a death grip on my shirt collar though. Right. Anyway, thanks for the help, Sho-chan.
Don't mention it. Call me anytime this unruly child gives you any more problems.
He seems to be enjoying himself far more than he should. Bastard, I'll get him back for this. Gym number 3, the one that houses the tennis courts, is actually separated in half by a giant locker room. On one side we have the tennis court, on the other we have the volleyball court. So in the end it was incredibly convenient for him as he was already bound to come this way anyway.
Now, if you'll oops, I'm not close to the mic, hello. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have captaincy duties to fulfill.
He waves up goodbye, heading towards the locker rooms, supposedly for his own practice. Meanwhile, I can feel Saya leaning at my back. A creeping sense of dread begins to settle. Well, Saya-chan, I guess I'll just breathe.
Freeze! Yeah. I'll
Right,
take over
simple.
Saya if you don't want to do Saya.
I'm bad at doing human voices.
I'm not much better.
Ah, I don't care. I don't care no more. I'm doing anything.
I'll be Saya.
I bet. Her voice is so filled with authority that I'm cut down before I even have a chance to speak. Before long, I completely toss away the foolish notion that I ever had a chance to escape.
Why are you being so troublesome? You know about our club's tradition. We had to delay practice because of you.
I look away from her, trying to notice the slight pang of guilt I feel in my chest. She is, of course, talking about our club's special yearly match featuring a junior and a senior player elected by members of those years to represent them in a special one-set match. No one really knows why they initially made it, but nowadays it's accepted as a way to show off our best players to those that are just joining the club. This is why this match takes place at the first day of class. Do I really have to? I already took part in it last year. Isn't there some kind of attendance limit to allow more people to participate? Even as I'm trying to find a way out, I already know the best I can do is buy some time. It's true though that I was chosen to represent the juniors last year, defeating the seniors representative by 6-3, the first time in over 10 years that the juniors had won. I was pretty happy about it last year too.
Look, normally I'd give you a pass, but all of the seniors voted for you this year. It'd be unfair to them if I picked someone else.
Usually though we host one match per gender category, so we'd have the girls and the boys playing in separate categories. But still, the guys are still allowed to vote on who they want to see representing the girls and vice versa. It's a pretty neat system. Come on, can have been literally everyone. I know for a fact. I didn't vote for myself.
Don't try to be cute. You didn't even vote at all. You were absent that day.
Rats.
And yes, you got every single one of the votes. 100%. Is it even that big of a surprise? You're one of the most well-known players in Japan. Of course the guys would want to watch you play. Doesn't help that you have been slacking off in practice for the past year.
I attempted to act frustrated by sighing as loudly as I can. The hope was that I should see and decide to take pity on me. It isn't very effective.
Should I take that sigh as a sign that you've resigned yourself to your fate? Yes? Great! Then it's showtime!
Saya grabs by my wrist and Saya grabs me by my wrist and starts dragging me into one of the courts. I almost choked on nothing.
You choked
on your responsibilities
and your sins.
Wow.
Everything's scrolling on your back.
Just as I'm about to truly surrender to my inescapable fate, I feel a hand touching my shoulder. As I turn around, I'm greeted at the side of Kei-kun's face.
Hey, how about we take a little breather here, okay? Mishibuchi-senpai. Mishimaya-senpai hasn't even changed out of his uniform yet. How was he supposed to play like this? Can't we...
Oops, I thought that was the end of the line.
Can't we at least give him some time to get changed?
Keisuke, you're the best! I stared at him. The bulging vein on her forehead makes another appearance as her brows twitch with frustration. Just when it seems that she might not bug.
Oh, fine. But be quick about it. I don't want to have to delay this any longer than I have to.
Thank you, I'll be right back. I flash Keikun a thumbs up as thank you. Now I just have to plot my escape.
And don't even think about trying to run away. Otherwise I'll hunt you down and make a fur cat out of your skin!
Sicker saw. I dashed over to the main locker room trying to get this done as fast as I can. Every second I take makes Sai even more mad and I can't risk that. Just then...
Hello, Shuichi.
I see Shuichi standing right next to his locker, his eyes just as glued on me as mine are on him.
Hello, Shuichi.
Got that tail.
Hello. Well, too bad the viewers aren't going to see the tail because I'm zooming on his fucking face.
We can show them.
No, we can't.
God, they don't know what they're missing.
If they want to see borderline horny, they can go read the visual novels for themselves. I'm not taking any risks with Daddy YouTube. Thank you.
But this is convenient. We are doing the job for them.
What?
We are doing the job of reading for them. That's convenient as fuck for them.
Yes. If they want to look at the pretty images, they can go look by themselves.
Yeah, good fucking like it to them because you have to decompile the entire folder.
Brody, why are you trying to advocate for me to show someone that is practically naked?
I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
For a second, what is happening doesn't really click for any of us.
You were going to say Pikamain?
Plead the fifth. Ask to speak to a lawyer before any.
Shut up.
After all, it's not every day that someone runs to a locker room and nearly crashes into the lockers. And Shuichi's hands are still frozen on the waistband of his underwear. Whatever it is that he's wearing, his hands are still clutching it as if he had just pulled it up a mere fraction of a second before I walked in. And the entire backside of it is
We don't need to
completely
read
bare.
that.
Sorry. I turn around as fast as possible, trying to erase the image of my half-naked childhood friend from my mind. Being so self-conscious around half-naked people, I'm a failure as a Japanese person.
Is this really necessary? I'm not packing anything you haven't seen tons of times before.
Shut up!
I can understand
I'm not
how Yuichi feels. I can understand how Yuichi feels.
Correct.
I am very
Ooh.
hungry.
I
At gym,
brought my PE clothes from home.
I would change in either the at the toilet, or I would have my own little changing room.
I don't do pee in the first place.
You don't do PE?
No, basically we gave up from 11th and 12th grade so we can focus on our stuff for the final exam because we have a shitload of theory to study.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gave up the PE classes so we can go home and study.
I don't know. I thought PE was really fun, especially when we had badminton.
I like it for like volleyball and stuff. I liked it when we did it, and I also played chess in PE class. That was fun. We packed our thing. I'm not usually this much of a nervous wreck around naked people, but having no time to prepare myself mentally has made me completely shocked with this sudden exposure. It had to be Shuichi of all people. I can hear him softly chuckling from behind me, probably having a lot of fun on my breakdown. I mean, seeing someone in their underwear inside of a locker room is no big deal. And it's true that I've seen him wearing less before. No comment on that one. But, I was a kid back then. I didn't really understand how embarrassing nudity is. In the end, I can't decide if I should make conversation, move towards my locker, or start undressing myself. I just stand frozen with my back turned away from him.
Your eyes aren't going to fall off if you look at me, you know.
Have you gotten dressed yet?
Nope. And I'm not going to until you turn around and look at me.
Why would you do that?
Because you're freaking out and it's hilarious.
I'm gonna kill him. There, I'm looking. I can see more of you than I'd like. Oh god, did you have to be wearing a jockstrap? I can see your ass.
Oh, this looks pretty snazzy, doesn't it?
It looks like something you'd buy at a sex shop. Since when have you worn this kind of skimpy underwear?
I'll have you know that I bought this at an athletic gear store. And it's actually pretty damn comfortable. It's great to practice in. One of my teammates recommended it to me a few weeks back and I gave it a try. Don't I look great in it?
Whatever you want to believe.
You know, for someone that's complaining so much about me being half naked, you sure seem to be interested in my crotch. Your eyes haven't left that area since you turned around.
Ooh.
Shut up. I'm looking at the only area of your body that's still clothed.
Mm-hmm, sure you are. Keep telling yourself that.
Seishi turns back to his locker room, picking up a change of clothes.
There, I'm dressed. You can stop freaking out now.
Thank you. God, my cheeks are so hot right now.
Good thing your house has a bath. I think you'd have a meltdown if you had to shower at school.
I don't doubt that. I place my tennis bag on a bench and pull out my practice clothes. For a second, I moved to undress myself. I see Shuichi with the corner of my eye in freeze. He looked at me in confusion for a few seconds, then realization dawns on him in his eyes.
You want me to turn my back, don't you?
I just nod. Shuichi sighs again and turns away from me.
How do you even deal with this when you're staying at a hotel for a tournament?
I don't use the hotel's bath. I look for a bathhouse with private rooms.
That's kinda sad.
Beats getting naked in front of a bunch of strangers. Alright, you can turn around now. She turns over again as I'm adjusting my shirt. Would think Akon swooped in to help me. If I had left it up to Saya, she'd have forced me to play in plain school clothes. His expression turned sour when I mentioned Keisuke.
Hooray for that.
They're mad over the last time.
That was my ball, and he knew it.
For some reason, that completely eluded me. These two are always finding some stupid reason to fight over. I swear it's like placing a burning candle next to gasoline. The slightest thing makes the cat fire. And for the last time, let it go. It's been almost 2 weeks already. I'm sure she pouts. God, he's too childish when it comes to Kei-kun.
I'll let it go when he apologizes.
We both know that's never going to happen. Just drop it.
Why do I have to be the one to accept defeat?
Because when neither of you is winning, you're both just making me miserable.
Fine. Talk to him. You don't have to be rude. Well, anyway, I have to get to practice. Talk to you later.
Sure, see ya. I check my bag to make sure I have everything in order. Once I'm sure that nothing's missing, I grab my racket and head outside. As I start looking for Saya, I catch Kei-kun stretching alone on the court. You've got to be kidding me. Pain suddenly shoots from my shin, making me jump forward, yelping. Son of a... I reflexively reached down to my foot, rubbing down the spot that just got brutally assaulted by this monster woman. Sam immediately leers down at me with an annoyed look on her face.
What took you so long? Did you get lost inside the locker room? Sheesh.
I ran into Shuichi while I was changing. Also, ow! She's no longer pushing fire from her mouth. She seems to have mostly calmed down.
You went so loud this cord cut out. We heard the start of the O and the W. That's it.
She's only just annoyed.
By the way, I'm sorry I didn't tell you this before, but Kay is the one you'll be playing against. You were kind of a flight risk at the time. Just like you, he got all the votes this year. It's the first time our club has ever gotten 2 players with 100% of the votes. I'm really excited for this.
She looks like she might start hopping in place from excess glee. I've only played against him once, and that was a while ago, but I still can't see myself losing to him. Sorry if that was cocky.
To be honest, I also think you'll win. But then again, this is tennis. Never put it past your opponent to win by an upset. You should be happy. This will be a great chance for you to practice. You'll probably play against him during the prefecturals anyway.
Yeah, great. Practice I didn't even want to get. Such an amazing opportunity indeed. I grumble unhappily in place, still thinking of the trapping pain in my shin. God damn it, even if she was just playing around, she kicked way too hard. She shakes her head sideways, making an exaggerated shrug.
I find your lack of enthusiasm disturbing.
Really? You're quoting Galaxy words in regular conversation now. I know she's a film nerd, but there's a limit to everything.
Hey, if it fits the situation, then why shouldn't I?
With a big smile on her face, Saya shrugs one last time before walking away towards the umpire chair, leaving me to watch in dismay as Kei-kun finishes his preparations. Wait, the umpire chair? She's the one that'll be overseeing the match today? Oh, this is just great. He's our coach, absent today again. I swear, that man takes every opportunity he has to slack off. And on the first day of class, really? Deciding to think nothing more of it, I proceeded to do the most basic warm-up, making sure to finish it in less than 5 minutes. It's not my usual warm-up routine, but then again, I don't even care about this match in the first place. Wish I was home. As I make my way to the court, I can hear some of my clubmates whispering here and there, most of them sounding really excited for some reason. I guess I wasn't kidding when she said that people had been looking forward to this match. Damn it, why do I have such a stupid grin on my face? I don't think the excited moon permeated in the gym affect me. Mr. Keikun is waiting for me, having already finished his warm-up routine. Even though he was running around and doing stretches up until now, his clothes still look to be in pristine condition. Annoying. My family just comes in out of my room, out of that in random times. I don't know what to do anymore. I think barricading my room would be the best solution, but I don't have plans for this. Have fun. He sees me coming over, he flashes a smile.
How are you feeling right now? You seem a little out of it earlier. Did Mishigu-senpai give you too much trouble?
Even though he was referring to us by our last names while other club members were around, now that we're out of earshot of other people, he's back to calling us by our first names. Which is great because I hate the excessive fairness people treat me with just because I happen to be a bit older. He's just a number after all.
Up to a certain point.
Okay, we're remaking the same scene.
I don't know what you're talking about remaking the same scene.
Yeah,
This is the
they
first
don't
time
come
we're
up-
reading this, obviously.
Yeah,
Totally,
yeah.
totally, yes, totally.
Yes, this is the first time. Certainly not the fifth time we do this, just because we'll.
You don't need to worry about our personal voice acting, Brody. That's not accounted for.
Whatever you say, host. Sorry, I was still half asleep earlier today. Sad gave me one hell of a kick to the shin though, so that's jolted me awake. He seems almost amused by hearing it. He's been exposed to Sai for too long, he's not even batting an eye to random acts of violence. This one has already been crafted by us.
As long as you're not limping, it should be fine. I'd be wary of angering her again, though.
I'll say, feels like I've had a few years knocked off of my life expectancy. Sai is one scared girl when she's angry. He laughed at my remark, his normally deep voice carrying softly through the air. He's pretty subdued most of the time, but I guess there's a certain air of refinement to him. Like, almost as if he wasn't just some average high school student.
Well, since we'll be playing only one set, stamina won't be much of a problem. How about we go each other guns a-blazing from the start?
Sounds good to me. How do we decide who gets the first serve? Should we just flip a coin?
If it's okay with you, I'd like for you to take first serve. I know it's your usual preference, and I'd like to give it a try.
Sure, I guess. I mean, if you're really okay with it.
I think it will be a great opportunity for me to try and figure out a new strategy I've come up with. Now, if you don't mind, I'll stay on this side of the court. Shall we get started?
And nod, wishing him good luck and heading over to my side of the court. What's up with him willingly giving me the first serve? He's totally underestimating me easily. I walk over to my starting position and one of the freshmen hands me 2 balls. Yes, I has roped them into being our ball boys for this match, huh? I take a few deep breaths to steady myself. Once I walk onto the court, I shouldn't focus on anything but my point. It doesn't matter if it's a tournament match or an exhibition match, it's all tennis in the end. And I refuse to give anything less than my all when it comes to tennis.
But due to the reports from Shoichi and Saya, it seems that you really have not been doing your all when it comes to tennis. You're progressing much. Anyway, moving on. That is going to be the end of the episode. Hey.
But leave them on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, leave them where they all die in the end.
The fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah, spoilers.
Spoilers much? Like,
They all die in the end.
shut up. Anyway, I hope that you liked this episode, and if you did, like, comment, and subscribe to any of those things in any of that order. I don't really mind. And if the content on my channel wasn't enough to satisfy you, you can go over to Pikamain's channel,
Where we also read some visual novels, but my main focus is usually I try to keep the main focus of being like voice impressions / voice attempts of certain visual novel characters. But yeah, well, I haven't done as much in a while.
and if breakcore music is your style, you can go over to Brody's channel.
Yeah, we have all kinds of breakcore, drum and bass, jungle, and instrumentals, most of all, piano, violin, stuff like that. You can listen to it on my channel. I also sampled one of Will's line
D.
in a song, so find it because I need the views. Check them all out.
Thanks, Pikamain.
So that's it.
And even if you're only here for this episode, I hope that you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye bye.
Hope you enjoyed the chaos.
Yeah, bitch. Bye.
Hey.